Hello students, this is a very important session as we will discussing a very important reagent of organic chemistry which is known as Grignard reagent. It is important in the sense that it has wide application. It is used in almost all the chapters of your organic chemistry. So we will be discussing this reagent in detail in this chapter. In this session, we will discuss the factors affecting the formation of Grignard reagent and the compounds which do not form Grignard reagent. In the next session, we will be discussing the reactions of the Grignard reagent. Now, this reagent was discovered by Victor Grignard, and it was so famous that he got the Nobel Prize for this reagent, and he was the only scientist who got the Nobel Prize for a reagent. So, Grignard reagent can be represented as RMGX, where R can be alkyl or aryl group. X can be chloride, bromide or iodide, but it cannot be fluoride. Now this compound, as you can see, RMgX, alkyl or aryl magnesium halides, it contains a negative part. See, there is a high electronegativity difference between this alkyl part and the magnesium. Its electronegativity is around 1.3 to 2.5. Due to high electronegativity difference, it acquires a partial negative charge and the metal acquires a partial positive charge. Now, since it contains an organic part, this is the organic part here. It contains an organic part and metallic part here. It is also known as organometallic compound. So it is a type of organometallic compound. Many other organometallic compound are used in organic chemistry, and it is one of them. Yeah. Now, due to the high electronegativity difference, it acquires partial negative charge. Magnesium acquires partial positive charge. So this Grignard reagent, it can be used as a nucleophile because it is partially negative. There is a carbon ion part here, and it can be act as a nucleophile and attack at the electrophilic center, or it can act as a base. As a nucleophile, it will attack electrophilic carbon in polar bonds, and as a base it will abstract acidic hydrogen. So this is a very strong nucleophile. It can attack the polar bonds like carbon oxygen bond, carbonyl compounds, then all the derivatives of acids, then carbon nitrogen bond, nitrile group. As a base, it can abstract the acidic hydrogen. Acidic hydrogen are those which are attached to more electronegative element like oxygen, hydrogen and fluorine. So the acidic hydrogen can be easily removed by this Grignard reagent, and it can form an alkane. Now the reaction by which this Grignard reagent is formed, the alkyl halides Rx is treated with magnesium in presence of dry ether. Dry ether is an important solvent here which coordinates with the Grignard reagent and stabilize it. So the reaction is carried out in presence of dry ether. Then it forms RMgX. So this is the reaction. Alkyl halide reacts with magnesium in presence of dry ether to form alkyl magnesium halide. This reaction can also, in place of dry ether, tetrahydrofuran can also be used. Tetrahydrofuran. This is tetrahydrofuran. It can also be used. So the conditions must be extremely dry because it can react with moisture and it can form alkane. So whenever the reaction is carried out in extremely dry conditions. All the reagents must be dry, all the substances must be dry. Now, ease of formation of Grignard reagent depends upon certain factors. First is the nature of halogen. Nature of halogen which is attached to this R group. So if we consider alkyl iodides, alkyl bromides, alkyl fluorides and alkyl fluorides. Now, as the size increases from fluorine to iodine, as the size increases, the bond strength will decrease. That means the bond length will increase, bond strength will decrease, so it can be easily broken. So the most reactive are iodides, then bromides, then chlorides, and chlorides are very reactive as compared to fluorides. Fluorides are never used to prepare the Grignard reagent because they are least reactive, because this bond strength is quite high. So nature of halogen: alkyl iodides, alkyl bromides and alkyl chlorides can be used to prepare Grignard reagent. Second is nature of alkyl group. Here we will consider 1 degree, 2 degree secondary carbon or 3 degree alkyl group. Now when we consider the carbon ion, it contains a carbon ion part, and which carbon ion is most stable? 1 degree carbon ion. Since 1 degree carbon ion is most stable, the reactivity or ease of formation will depend upon 1 degree alkyl halide will form the Grignard reagent most easily, then 2 degree and 2 degree more easily as compared to 3 degree. So it also depends upon the nature of alkyl group. Next is hybridization of alpha carbon. If there is a sp, this is carbon is sp3, sp hybridized triple bonded carbon. If we take double bonded carbon, and if we take single bonded carbon, X. So this is sp hybridized, this is sp2 hybridized, this carbon is sp2 hybridized, this carbon is sp3 hybridized. Now greater the percentage of S character, more is the bond strength. So it has maximum strength. This carbon halogen bond has maximum strength, and this carbon halogen bond has least strength, because percentage of S character is maximum in sp, then is in sp2, then in sp3. So the order of reactivity is sp3 hybridized carbon is more reactive than sp2, sp2 is more reactive as compared to sp. So ease of formation depends upon these three factors. Now there are certain compounds which are not used for Grignard reagent formation. The first is allyl and benzyl halides. These are not used for the preparation of Grignard reagent. Allyl is this is allyl, clear, and benzyl is CH2X. This is benzyl halide, this is allyl halide. Now these are not used because the Grignard reagent that are formed, they are very reactive and they react with themselves. So these compounds are not used for the preparation of Grignard reagent. I will show with the help of this example. Suppose we are taking this CH2X, we are reacting with Mg in presence of dry ether. It will react first and it will form CH2MgX. Clear? Now this is highly very reactive compound, and it will again react with this compound CH2X. Now what will happen? This is partial negative, this is positive. Here it is negative, it is positive. So what will happen? It will attack this carbon and it will leave from here. So the compound that is formed is CH2 plus MgX2. So you will get a dibenzyl instead of getting a Grignard reagent. So this Grignard reagent that is formed initially is very reactive, it cannot be separated and it will form dibenzyl. So you will not get a Grignard reagent here. Similarly, the allyl halides are very reactive and they will form Grignard reagent which will react with themselves. Second is those alkyl halides which contain an acidic hydrogen, like if we take CH2X, CH2OH. Now in this hydrogen is attached to a electronegative atom O, so this is an acidic hydrogen here. So what will happen? Initially if you react it with magnesium in presence of dry ether, it will form CH2 CH2OH, MgX. Clear? Now this MgX will again react with this compound CH2OH. What will happen here? This is partial positive, this is partial negative. Here it is partial positive. So what will happen here? This is partial positive, this is negative. So what will happen here? This partially negative carbon or this carbon ion will abstract the acidic hydrogen from here. That means it will act as a base. If it is acting as a base, it will form CH3, CH2, CH2OH. So it will form this compound instead of forming the Grignard reagent. So all the compounds which contain acidic hydrogen, like if we are taking X, CH2, CH2SH or NH2, all these compounds, they cannot be used for preparing the Grignard reagent. So this is second type. Third type, vicinal dihalides, like if we have CH2Br, CH2Br, and you are treating it with magnesium in presence of dry ether. What will happen? These both bromine will be removed by magnesium and it will form alkene. That means elimination reaction will take place here. Br2. Similarly, if you have taken benzene here and ortho position, adjacent position, alkyl halides are present, magnesium will remove these halogens and it will form benzene. Benzene will be formed, which will again react with another benzene molecule. So these type of vicinal dihalides cannot be used. Another type is if Br present at alpha, this is beta, this is gamma position. If these halogens are present at alpha and gamma position also, magnesium will remove these bromine atom and it will form this cyclic compound. So these type of compounds cannot be used to prepare the Grignard reagent. Now fourth one is if there is a good leaving group in the compound, like CH2Cl is present here, then CH2OCH3. So if a good leaving group, this is a good leaving group. If a good leaving group is present at the adjacent position and if you are forming magnesium halides, so what will happen? It will form initially MgCl, CH2OCH3. Now since this is a good leaving group, it will leave from here and this sigma bond will be shifted here. So it will form CH2 double bond CH2. So in such cases where there is a good leaving group to the carbon adjacent to Cl atom, or there is a alpha, this is the alpha carbon, this is beta carbon. The beta carbon, if a good leaving group is present, then also the Grignard reagent formation will not take place. Now there is a question here, which of the following will not form Grignard reagent with magnesium in presence of dry ether? So this cannot be used because this will be removed from and it will form an alkene. Clear? This cannot be used because these bromine will remove from here and it will form this cyclic compound. This also cannot be formed. This will be removed from here and it will form benzene. Clear? This can be used because they are separate from each other and they will not be removed by magnesium. So this compound the question is which of the following will not form Grignard reagent. So it will form Grignard reagent. The compound that will not form Grignard reagent are A, B and C. So this is the answer. I hope you like the video. In the next video of this Grignard reagent, we will discuss the reactions of Grignard reagent, which are very, very important. So we will continue this topic in the next session. Thank you.